Man, what's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? These Seahawks, man. Let's go.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And here we go at Mile High. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41. To throw, here's Nix. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And now they face second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. His first throw is an interception. Ernest Jones with the pick. And good
They call
tackle,
PI
but the
on me,
flag
bruh.
is down, likely against the defense. So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. They'll run here following the penalty. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Nix from the gun. Vacates quickly left side. Now he takes it. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Offense staying out here. It's 4th and 11. Play action with Nix. That's cut beyond the marker. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete to Vele.
Oh, man, come on.
Down to the 16-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on 1st down, and when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
You know it right now, Kate. I'm absolutely in favor of this frenetic pace. A touchdown scored, and this is what the immediate response is. Nearly answer it with a house call yourself. Yeah, there's no body blows in this one. This game's starting with some serious haymakers.
A tight end in motion now. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 34.
Oh, hang on to
And the
it,
hit
baby.
knocks it free, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Throwing on third, Smith. Cut by Lockett.
Go, Lock,
And they bring him
Dizzle.
down after the play reaches the 26. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Seattle! So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. On the move, headed right. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Here's 2nd and 5. Cut by Sutton. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Knicks off the play action. Buying some time left. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Throwing on first down, Knicks. Finds a man, Adam
You
Troutman
caught that
has it.
shit? Come on.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. Second and 3 now. Knicks now to throw. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Pass it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
He's throwing for it. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's across the goal line and in. That makes it an 8-point lead. Well, that right there was a beautiful bit of short field artistry, partner, netting them a couple more points following the touchdown.
I love that word, artistry, because that's what you are as a quarterback, right? You have got to sometimes create a picture when there is none there. And this QB, more than capable of doing it, that just so infuses everyone around you with so much confidence, because it didn't have to be perfect. He could scramble and still find a way to create one heck of a beautiful painting.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Complete to DK Metcalf. Into the red zone. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Knicks. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Now Knicks. He puts some power on.
Give me that.
One left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. picked off by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are finally dragged down after the turnover and a great return back to the opposing 35.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun.
Come on, Walker.
And he
You got to
won't
get through
anything
here.
there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Smith gets this to Fant. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 3 on that game. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Damn.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Man in motion here. First down, Smith to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second and 10. Again, it's Smith. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And again, it's Smith. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards.
Let's go. This ain't no church league.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Walker on first down. He'll cobble together a yard there. Sent down by Cody Barton. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He finds Fant. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Myers' kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Smith on the return.
Give me that shit, boy.
And the fumble recovery is made. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
And they take this in for the score.
Let's go.
The Seahawks push this to an 8-point game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
No.
And that one
Nah.
bounces through the end zone.
We learned our
for a
lesson.
touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw.
Give me that.
The ground
Ooh.
goes. That's incomplete.
Ooh.
Almost a completion to the wrong team there. So it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Nix from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. They can't connect as the coverage comes.
Good game,
through. The
baby.
4th down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop
Yes,
pass,
sir.
deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Now an inside give to Walker. Still has room inside the 15. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the
to a 15 like that. What up, what up?
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Western New York. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Sound like that nigga in a big rig.
At their own 24-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen taken right to the air. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
He's got this complete to James Cook. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. David Onyemata there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Allen on 3rd down. On the move, headed right. Oh, it's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Falcons scoop it out. And they get there to
Playing
take
them
it down
penitentiary
right
games.
around the 41. Well, a lot of positives for the offense. They were moving the ball pretty well until they coughed it up to kill this drive.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Really, outside of ball security, that was a strong opening possession from the offense. If anybody underwhelmed, it was really the defense. They got to play a little
You're playing
tougher.
penitentiary
now it's gonna be a
games.
takeaway to bail them out.
1st and 10 from the 41. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Escapes out to the left.
Where the fuck is he
And he goes
going?
down. The Bills got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack
This
on the
nigga
board.
ran back by
First
me.
drive as a defense, and
What the
now
fuck you
we
doing?
let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Third down, it's Penix. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks
That's a
have
good
them staring
man.
at a tough 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this one is crushed. Wow,
Motherfucker.
beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 1st down here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass complete to Cook. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Allen setting up play action. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They'll send him over right. He finds Kincaid. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Falcons take over at the 30. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Falcons with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. Moore going in motion left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Second and 1. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they're gonna bring him down at the 36. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down, ball at the 36. To the air with Penix. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like the DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Penix looking to pass. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Trying again, following the sack. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Penix working from the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Young Hui Koo out for the field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. This is from 35 out on the left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is
That's some
off
bullshit.
and no good. That brings
That's
us to
some straight
halftime. We'll get a
bullshit.
break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. 30. Gets the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Ty Johnson now to return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Allen buying some time right. Now he throws deep across the field, lefts up, big gain downfield.
What the fuck was that
Hit
bullshit?
at the end of that play, oh baby, but he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Offense up to the line fast.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Buffalo. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Bass now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grab the lead on their first series of the half. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate.
Yep.
This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Returnable from the 2. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 27. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be
hold that, baby.
Made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Jake London. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. They'll run it with Robinson. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd and 10 now. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's all the way to the edge and out of bounds along the line.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? And they send a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. That's caught for the 1st. And in, touchdown Buffalo. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point up and good for Bass. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. And they'll continue adding to their lead. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. Pass now to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running game. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
2nd and 4. He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. Get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They've got a man in motion. Penix facing a 3rd and long. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Man in motion here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Penix on 1st down. He'll dump this one. Oh, the football's loose.
Oh, my God.
This is scooped up by the Bills. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
On 1st down, Allen buys time, rolling right. Great work by the coverage downfield, buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Wide open down the field, and he has it. Touchdown, Buffalo. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Bass now to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Chased out to his right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Penix working from the gun. Pitts brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd down give to Robinson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Penix now on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. From the shotgun, Penix. To the sideline and secured by London. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Penix now. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Koo on now for the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. Time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway.
Get that shit. Let's go.
I think the Falcons got that one back. Oh, they did! Well, still a risky call, but a little less so than normal given that field position. Wonder if that emboldened them to try it, partner, and in turn get the ball back successfully.
I think that's exactly what it did. Easier to stomach an onside attempt, to take that kind of risk with that field position. That penalty, boy, did it prove costlier than just the yardage. It ends up costing them a chance to possess the ball, too.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.
Trying to catch that tip.
And the Bills are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo.
Them fumbles, boy. Oh my God. Play with they Browns.
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Chubb. Into the secondary at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Moore going in motion. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The 3-4 defense, Mike, is predicated on the big man over the center, the nose tackle. He's big, he's strong, he takes up the entire middle of the defense, and that's exactly what we just saw on that play. He makes the stop for no gain.
This one intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's Goff. That one
Come on,
target
baby.
to Williams. He's got it. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Detroit.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Goff to throw on first down. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end left. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Catch is made by Wright. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. It's the quarterback with the sneak.
Hell no.
Oh, he's trying to get low. Push forward. I don't think he got there. He did not. He is short. And they've turned it over on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Watson. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. This one caught by Akins. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson.
Oh,
And that
wow.
is incomplete.
Oh,
Nick Chubb, the intended target there. Now it's going to be
man.
3rd
Hey.
down. Watson to throw again. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. To throw on second down is Watson.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not a...
He is in. Jordan Akins. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 49. On first down, it's Goff.
Give me that shit.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Tillman, the man in motion. Watson now on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They get 21 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen, like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. To throw is Goff. That's over the middle. Taken in by Laporta. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Goff. They'll look to set up the screen here. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing here is Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Still going.
Good game.
Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Reynolds now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Lions 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Juan Thornhill that time. Good cover. Able to knock it away.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Browns. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike.
Thought my boy was going to come a little harder than
year
this.
where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down. From the gun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased, but listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going.
And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, after being shut out in the 1st half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, they've left the tight end wide open in the middle of the field. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. It's Watson out of the pistol. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And this defense going to get to him at the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Reynolds now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff in the pistol. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what?
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only...
All right. That's weird, man. How you get that many levels, dude? Like, come on. Be real. Let's be real here, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm out.